Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a week 1 check-in on my September 2023 budget. This week's budget is actually not that bad. There aren't that many expenses. I did have some incomes. One of them is from my reward stuff that I consider as business income. So it came in August, but I didn't see it because one of the transactions I did that was through PayPal actually used the money that was in there and I didn't think about it. And I'm like, I was supposed to get money, but I never got money for it. So I am now basically putting that into my income here. So let's go ahead and get started with the trackers. I have not paid anything towards debt this week so far, but I do have 2 bills that have been paid. Oh Lord. And we're dealing with the sticker problem. Almost done with the sticker sheet, and I won't hopefully have to deal with this that much longer. There we go. Okay. So on the first, we had cell phone, and I color code my transactions. This is the color coding. I don't even know if I think it's okay. My eyes were blurred right there, so I don't know if the camera was blurred. Then on the 5th, my internet came out. So 2 bills so far. Okay, nothing in auto, nothing in dining, nothing in business, entertainment. I did have one very large craft purchase on the 2nd. Then in personal, my hair dye, which is on the 6th. Pet food on the 1st. Nothing in gifts, nothing in household. Nothing in groceries. I am eating from my pantry. I'm doing very good on that. Nothing from sinking funds yet. 1 miscellaneous, and this is because there is not enough money in my medical sinking fund to cover the $32 for the chiropractor, but that was on the 5th. And I'm going to go ahead and put some, actually, not on the 5th. Chiropractor was on the Friday. Okay. Okay, no spend, no spend, no spend. And I consider this a no spend day because it was a bill. I already knew it was going to come out, and that's why it's a no spend day. So starting off this week, so I consider this actually really good. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the bills at $90. Yes. And then $58.13. Okay, and then next I'm going to put in pencil over here for pet supplies. $366.69. And I'm doing pencil because I don't know if I'm going to buy any more pet food. I don't want to. But I never know how much the cats are going to eat this month, or throw it up and then eat more, and all of that type of stuff. Okay. For crafts, I actually don't need the red pen yet, but it is because it's not final for the month. But I'm going to try not to spend any more in crafts because I am already way over in that. So we are going to do $264 down here in my cash envelopes. I have not taken any cash out yet, so I'm going to make sure not to take out that $50 because I've already used the money as it is. And then personal, also in pencil, $34.64. Also the same thing, I won't take out as much cash for that either. And then we have one miscellaneous that comes over here. And for groceries, I have spent nothing, so we still have $300 remaining. So I'm going to carry that down here for next week. Miscellaneous, I start off with 0. I always will have miscellaneous. Everybody will have a miscellaneous. The best thing to do is just say either you can put an amount here. I put 0. Some people can put $100, $50, something like that. But I always do 0 because it's like I should have everything budgeted, but medical has kind of been a little crazy this year, so, but I consider this not bad of an expense because it is only $32. Okay, now from here, we have some income to report. So I've already put in my paycheck one, which I do not share my regular income that I receive, but I do share with you guys if it is over what I have budgeted, and it is over what I did budget. So I am glad for that. And then for additional income, I always budget for 0 down here. And then every week I look to see how much income has come in. And I did have 3 miscellaneous additional incomes that came in. So in August, I had one of the rebate reward type things come in, and I didn't actually mark it because I didn't notice it had come through because it went through PayPal, and PayPal, when a charge came through using PayPal, it used that cash that I had in there. And so, yeah, so I missed it. So that was $22.46. Then I also cashed in on credit card rewards and did statement credits on those. So on credit card number 2, I got $31.39 in credit to my statement. And then on business credit card, I got $2.48. So I'm that total for additional income, $56.33. And again, I'm doing it in pencil because as the month goes along, I am going to be hopefully updating this because I may transfer stuff over from sinking funds to cover some stuff here and there. So I'm going to go ahead on these credits that I did back here for the credit cards. I am going to go ahead and add those in pencil as additional. And 248. So that way when I come at the end of the month, I can add in all the additional stuff. Like I know in a couple weeks, I'll do 195. So 195 minus 192, which is the actual minimum payment, but I pay 195 every single month unless the minimum payment is over 195. Then I'll pay the actual minimum payment. But I'll take whatever is remaining from the 195 and minus this and add it over here as additional, and I will I'm hoping to pay additional amount over here as well. This credit card, the crafts that I did right here, I actually put on this credit card right here. So this amount, the credit card is currently at like $341, I think. So I will be paying a lot more towards the credit card than I had initially planned, but that's how it is. So really and truly, nothing much has changed. I am very lucky, very thankful that I am trying to maintain not really a no spend, but a very, very limited spending. And this check-in was kind of short because there wasn't really much to report, so that's a good thing. I did really try to focus, I have been focusing on not spending extra money. I keep saying that, but it is because I have some unknown medical expenses that I'm getting prepared for in case I have to pay a lot of money on those. So I am trying to prepare and be conscious of what I've been spending. I've also, over the past couple months, been spending way too much on household, way too much on miscellaneous, and I'm really trying to not spend that money. And I did have a miscellaneous one, but that's because I don't have the money in my sinking fund to cover it. So that is what I'm trying to focus on, is that if I don't have the money for it, it is a miscellaneous expense. Even though I would technically consider it medical, I do in Quicken label it as medical. I've also, like I said, cashed in a bunch of rewards to kind of help with the credit cards. I did overspend a little bit on one of the credit cards. I added that craft payment in there, and I'm just gonna have to pay more on that, so which means that I won't be able to pay as much on the business credit card, but we'll get to that at some point a little bit later. I am trying to work out, I did this previously because I was kind of like stressing out. So here is a quick look. I'm gonna split the screen here in a little bit, and basically first part, cell phone one, or in the first part of the month, I am going to be paying cell phone, internet, Discovery Plus, electric, natural gas, credit card 2, and business credit card. So I added all that up, and it is a total of $985.76. Fuel, then the variable expenses for the first part of the month. Fuel $60, groceries $150, cash $240.36 for a total of $450.36. That top sticky note is covering how much was in my account on September 1st. So from there, I subtracted $985.76 and then subtracted $450.36. I was left with a remaining amount. And then on the 15th, I'll get paid. So I put the amount, because I'm a salary employee, I kind of know how much it's going to be. And I added that amount. I did not do the budgeted amount. I did the actual that most likely will come through, and then started subtracting what would come out in the second part of the month. So sinking funds, I added the $30 extra that need to go into the house fund. Water, I am putting that on here. I may or may not be paying that. I'm not quite sure. Netflix, $10.81. The home security, monitoring, and the loan part for the equipment, Apple One, and the emergency fund. So I've took the remaining from the first part of the month, added the income, subtracting $2,129.85, and then variable expenses I subtracted. For fuel, I just did $40 I'm only budgeting $100, so I'm just doing $40 for that. And then the other part of the groceries, $190. So all of that, I am left with $1,096.80 that I can put towards debt. That's a lot of money. So I'm gonna try to focus on trying to put that amount, but again, medical stuff might come out, so I might have to pay some of that stuff as well. And it's still the beginning of the month, so I don't know what's going to happen from there. But that is where I'm going to end it. And yeah, let's try to do as best as we can on our budget. So I hope everybody enjoyed this behind the scenes look at what is going on with my budget and kind of like how I work through things in my head. I've been doing this part of the stuff since I was paycheck to paycheck, and I really needed to like focus on what bills came out from which paycheck, and that helped me be able to get ahead a little bit to where I could pay my full rent at the beginning of the month and not have to split it up over the month based on when I would get my income, my paychecks coming in. So I am focused on paying off debt, and I'm going to try to pay off as much as I can by the end of this year. The goal at the beginning of the year was to pay off and get to zero. Things have happened, so it's not going to happen that way, and I am accepting it and just, you know, moving forward from that. I will accept however much I can pay off. That is progress, because I did start off this year. I'm flipping it to the beginning of January to see how much debt I started off with. I started off in January with $13,912, and I am now currently at the beginning of September, and this was before I added more onto the credit card, to be honest. I am now down to $9,067. So I paid off almost $5,000. It's $4,800 and change. So I think that's actually pretty decent for so far being the beginning of September, and I'm going to try to focus and pay. I don't know if I'm going to do $1,000 because it does depend on the medical, but I am going to at least pay the $340.92 to credit card number 2, and then $195. I may add in an extra, like, get it to $250 instead, and you know, just a little bit more, and then we'll see where I stand at the end of the month and how much I can actually transfer over into, not transfer, but pay towards the credit card by the end of the month. So I'm going to try to put as much as I can towards the credit card, but it all depends on medical and everything like that. I will be back next week, or yeah, next week on Friday with another budget check-in for week 2, and I should have a lot more expenses and everything going on. So look forward to that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you are notified when I do post that video. If you are interested in my September budget setup, I will leave probably the video at the end screen here for you as well. And then I have cleaning videos on Sundays, so please check back on one of my other videos. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye everybody.